Well, let's talk some more about what we know and what we don't know at this point in time. We can go to Capitol Hill and speak to Representative Mike Turner, Republican congressman from Ohio and a senior member of the House Armed Services Committee. Congressman, thanks for being with us. Senators got that classified briefing tomorrow.
Thank you, Caitriona.
Members of the House will have one. They got it today, rather. Yourself and other members of the House will get a briefing tomorrow. Are you happy and satisfied with how information has flowed to yourselves, the elected representatives?
Sure. I mean, Caitriona, I think one of the things that's important here, because you just had a discussion about the media, about the information that's available for the media to discuss publicly. But you have to understand why this information is classified. It's classified because, this is an ongoing military conflict, an ongoing military issue. The Ayatollah is in hiding because of the fact that this was a military conflict. This information is classified because there are lives at risk, there are lives at stake. This has severe and significant consequences. So as we do these assessments, as we take a look at the issues and try to understand how this affects both policy, this affects both our actions and what actions Israel will be taking, that we'll be taking. These are some of these aspects, even how we learn these answers, are not up for public discussion among journalists as we go in behind closed doors as policymakers and as the Department of Defense, as our intelligence community presents this information for the Department of Defense and the President to receive this information. Now, what we do know, obviously, is the President took historic action. Many presidents had this information in front of them that Iran was on its way to becoming a nuclear weapon state. Many presidents made the statement that they were not going to allow Iran to become a state that would have a nuclear weapon. The president made the decision that he was going to take the step of taking military action to do so. Now, this is a military action that's been planned over a decade. You've heard the Chief of Staff say so. Being a senior member of the Armed Services Committee, former chairman of the Intelligence Committee, I've been in many rooms where it's been discussed, this type of military action. It's not like this was planned over a midnight. This was something that has been significantly contemplated, and they understand both these weapon systems and the facilities that they're going into and the consequences of it, what their goal and objective is. And of course, you've had both the Secretary of Defense, Secretary of State,
just to jump in on that
the goal
exact
objective
point,
was achieved.
Just to jump in on that exact point that you're making.
That the goal objective was achieved.
Yeah,
that was important.
Okay, but just to jump in on the point there, and obviously you were chairman of the Intelligence Committee for a long time, so you've a lot of experience, as you've said, in these matters. Should members of Congress have been more looped in on just what was happening here? I suppose I'm not asking about the media, I'm asking about you yourselves who are elected by the American people, because this was a major decision, as you've outlined there.
I think the decision is the President's to make in this instant, as he did make it, as it would have been for other presidents who have been in this situation, as we have had, along the way in this instance with respect to Iran and with respect to Israel. This was a unique circumstance where this had been a conflict. This was a conflict that was ongoing. I believe you asked me the question. If you'd like to answer it, you can. But this was a conflict that was ongoing, where Israel had diminished the capabilities of Hezbollah. We had diminished the capabilities of the Houthis. The air capabilities of Iran had been diminished. And so the capabilities of Iran also had been diminished. They were vulnerable at a time when also they were getting closer to having the capabilities of nuclear weapons. So it was also very, very ripe, and they were very vulnerable.
And so what should happen next, Congressman, then? We've heard from the White House that Steve Witkoff is in contact potentially about talks. Iran seems to be saying that's not the case. What happens now?
Well, I think there is an opportunity. The president actually, in his very first statement that he said to the American public after this occurred, that it's now Iran to step forward for peace, or there would be the possibility of additional attacks. I think that there will be discussions, there will be negotiations, and those negotiations and discussions will include, obviously, Iran, the United States, and Israel. The goal will be, peace that can have a secure and sovereign and safe Israel, with also having the opportunity for ensuring that Iran does not continue to seek to become a militarized nuclear state. And that has been the goal over several presidencies.
Okay, Congressman Mike Turner, there, Republican from Ohio, thanks for joining us.